early in the morning before the sun come up. And before I get started, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and all of my subscribers, for everybody for supporting my channel. My channel, the trajectory path in terms of where I'm taking this channel, where my channel is now. None of this is possible without all of my supporters, and I really do appreciate that. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's very important lecture, which is I'm going to ask the thought-provoking question: do you make important decisions? Do you make important decisions when you are tired? I'm going to talk about and lecture on so many negative impacts that can occur when you're making important decisions when you are tired. That decision could be relocating, that decision could be returning back to school or starting a business or writing a book or changing how you eat. That decision can be cutting toxic people out of your life. That decision could be investing in your money. So many decisions in life that we have to make on a day-to-day basis. It don't matter if you're retired or still in the workforce. We have decisions to make. Just like I'm in the process of selling my minimalistic home. It's on the market. It's been on the market. I made the decision. This is my second realtor, and I made the decision to get rid of my first realtor because I didn't trust him. And so we when we're making decisions throughout our life, and if we are tired, when you are tired and trying to make any kind of decision, you have a high probability, number one, of making a poor choice, rushing to make that decision. And that can have an impact on the outcome, especially dealing with money or any kind of money, period. When in any kind of purchase, a large purchase rather, is buying a house, buying a car, buying a vehicle, or investing in property or investing in business, any kind of money transaction, you need to be well rested so you can think clear, you can think about it, so you can make the best decision. There's no need to rush making a decision. Any kind of business transaction or financial transaction, if that stakeholder or anybody trying to rush you to come up or spend your money, run away from it. Because any kind of reputable transaction, the entity or the organization, they're going to be okay with you taking some time before you make a decision, rather it's a few days or a few weeks or whatever. Because if you rush that decision, if you're tired, you're going to make a poor decision, and it can have a negative impact on your finances. This is real talk, people. You got to be real careful when anybody is approaching you about this great business idea or how you can profit financially or even purchasing something. You better slow down. And if you're tired, you better sleep on it. So all of this, making sure that you slow down and you're not making poor decisions in all areas of your life, especially even when you're moving, when you're selling your home, when you're purchasing your home. You got to be well rested so you can be able to make decisions about that whole transaction every step of the way. Because you don't just sell a home and you don't just buy a home. It's a lot goes on behind it. It's a lot of players involved. You got the realtor involved. You got those attorneys involved. You got the staff behind those attorneys involved with a transaction like that. Trust me. Even purchasing a car or selling a car, you need to be well rested, because there's a lot that goes on behind the scene when you're talking about transferring property or purchasing property or buying property, because there's so many scammers out there. That's why you got to slow down and make sure you're well rested. If your gut ain't feeling it, don't fool with that person. Because you got a lot of scammers out there selling property and it ain't even their property. They're selling vehicles and cars and homes, and they some kind of way they scam their way into this transaction, and their name ain't even on the deed or their name ain't even on the title, but they're selling it somebody, And later on, it unfolds that the person who sold it wasn't even the original owner. So they don't got your money. It ain't a thing you can do about it. And the real owner surface up, and you find out you ain't even sold it to the real owner. You sold it to a scammer. So it's an illegal transaction, people. And you have lost your money. So that's one of the reasons you got to slow down. You got to be well rested. You got to be able to discern a person's spirit. Because if your gut telling you don't do business with this person or organization, you better listen to that. Because it's a reason. Just like my gut told me, get rid of this first realtor. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. I prayed. My home did not sell under him because I was under a contractual agreement with him, and I could not breach that contractual agreement. It was a 6-month contractual agreement. I prayed that my home did not sell under him, and it did not, because I knew God was going to take care of me. It did not sell under him. And the minute that contract ended, I called him and I told him, come get your real estate for sale sign off my property. The contractual agreement is over. I'm going a different direction. I was not feeling his spirit throughout the whole 6 months that I was under contract with him. And I literally prayed that my home did not, because I didn't want him to get none of that commission money. I just wasn't feeling him. And it did not. God answered my prayer. And the rest is history. Now I got a new realtor. I'm feeling his spirit. And I'm telling you, when you're rushing around and when you're tired all the time and you ain't slowing down and you ain't resting and you ain't praying and you ain't meditating, you're not going to pick up on when a negative spirit is engaging you, because number one, you're tired. You're tired physically, you're tired spiritually, you're tired mentally, you are tired. And you're gonna miss out on those signals. And by missing out on those important signals can get you in a situation you don't wanna be in reference to any kind of business transaction. This is real talk, people. That ain't the first time in my life that because I slow down and pay attention to a person's spirit, that I get disengaged from that person. I don't care in what area of my life, if I'm not feeling your spirit, I will disengage immediately. I'm telling you that, and I've been that way all my life. You got to slow down. I've been places, the minute I walk in, I wasn't feeling the spirit of the building, I walk the hell out. And I'm here to tell you in various different functions. Pay attention, people. But when you're running around, you're exhausted, you're tired, you're going to make poor decisions. You're going to get yourself in a situation you're going to regret. Those poor decisions can have an impact on your finances. It can have an impact in all business aspects of your life. It can have an impact on who you engage on a daily basis. This is real talk. And I'm telling you, this has been one of my survival tools all throughout my life, is I do not make any kind of decision if I am tired in any shape, form, even selling a car. Even selling a car as the seller. If I wasn't feeling that person, that potential buyer spirit, I'll let them look at the car. And I tell them, you know what, I got another person that came before you who is interested. I got to give everybody the opportunity to look at it. So even as a seller, if you ain't feeling that potential buyer spirit, don't do business with them. Because there's a reason you're feeling that, and you should not negate that or ignore it. So again, share this lecture. Somebody might need to hear it. Don't forget to mark your calendar for September the 29th. At 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to present my format to my winning manuscript. If you want to find out what that format is, you need to tune in, because there are so many people. I talk to a lot of people who verbalize they have a desire to write a book. Well, ain't no publishing company going to just accept your manuscript. You got to have a certain format. So in order to find out what that format that I use, my winning format, Tune in September the 29th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be ready to get down to business. That's all I have. Simple Fidelis, and I'm leaving you in the care of your own conscience.